our biggest competitor, who was Amazon, started copying a lot of the things that we were doing. The team was super excited about that, to see that rather than being a follower, they were now in a place where they were leading things.
I recall, presenting it at a board meeting, and everyone looked at each other. It was sort of like, well, that sounds good, but how do we know that we want to invest $500,000 into doing that? And then we went away and started doing this work, and then it became obvious what we needed to do, and it actually changed what we thought the priorities were going to be.
It's a way that we think about not only how we develop product, but how we ultimately can focus on customer value.
Being able to justify the development expense of new products, we just needed a framework. We needed something that was data oriented and not just gut feel, and this just seemed like a great way to go.
What blew me away with this was that within 3 weeks, we were thinking differently about how we were doing things at the company. And to see immediate benefit just opened everyone's mind. After 2 sessions, we were already thinking differently.
We were really successful, and Jobs was such a pivotal aspect of that, because we started thinking about it completely differently.
Within the company, having that common language and that common foundation and understanding, it was really great to start to see within our organization, if a new request was brought up or a customer was screaming at customer success or support, we could take that and say, okay, well, what job step does that actually help with? Or does this map to a job to be done that we're already trying to address?
Everybody, is benefiting from the framework, because it keeps everybody, speaking the same language.
It also provided a good foundation for those of us that are not speaking to customers every day. How do we think about this product opportunity or this request or where we're investing money, right? Putting it in those steps gave us common language that we were able to talk about a variety of things, and facilitated better discussions at the board level as we thought about strategy.
The methodology and having the tool and the data creates a process for capital allocation that is useful at the board level, but it also goes all the way down to the on-the-ground employee who's dealing with customers as they filter what they're hearing, and they can link it back to a more strategic concept. They're learning to map that into how is that helping get a job done? Is that the best feature or function? So I think it's very effective running all the way down from strategy down to tactics in the organization.
And literally in one slide, we're able to communicate why we're developing what we're developing, why it's competitive, and why it solves a need in the market. It is not just a research project. It's a process of change management. It's a framework that's going to deliver value outside just product alone.
We turned the top line revenue growth around completely. 12 to 18 months after we were really deep into jobs, we were growing at 25+% top line a year. We saw about a 20% increase in NPS over that time frame as well. The teams were happy. They were really focused. They were aligned.
2020 was an extremely challenging time for our business. Our industry was impacted directly with COVID and the pandemic, and we were able to actually grow our business during a really challenging time. And actually, new products contributed to over 30% of the new bookings.
I had multiple people that attended saying, this is the best thing that we've ever done at Target.